Hey everyone, welcome back to Guitars, Whiskey, and Golf. Tonight I've got another cocktail for you. So we're going to be doing the classic Manhattan. This is a cocktail that dates back to 1870, 1875, something like that. So I think it's really cool to be making a cocktail that people were drinking at some old dusty hotel in New York in 1875. So I think that's really cool. It's not the oldest cocktail in history. I think the Sazerac is considered the oldest cocktail and dates back to like 1840 or something like that. But in any event, we're going to do the classic Manhattan tonight, and I hope you enjoy it. These are fun videos for me to make. I like making cocktails. I've been posting cocktail videos on Facebook for probably 2 or 3 years, and hey, at the end you get to drink a nice cocktail, so it's a win-win. Tonight I'm going to be making the Manhattan with Sazerac rye. I picked this up recently for 35 bucks, had a taste of it and thought it was amazing. It's a little thin. I'm not going to say it's really thick and mouth coating, but in terms of the flavors, it's incredibly balanced. It's one of the most balanced ryes I've ever tasted. There's no sharp edges to it. It's just a beautiful whiskey. So I think it'll be perfect for a real whiskey-forward cocktail like the Manhattan we've got here. So as you can see, I've got a chilled glass going on because I'm going to be doing this up. So I want the glass nice and cold, and I'll obviously toss that ice when I'm ready. I've got my shaker of ice here. So let's start. I'm going to begin with orange bitters. In my last video where I did an old-fashioned, I mentioned orange bitters. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually really like bitters. And I especially like orange bitters in cocktails. I just think that orange bitters has a great flavor that goes really well with whiskey. So we're going to then go with an ounce of sweet vermouth. I think the recipe maybe calls for 3/4, but I like a little bit more sweetness in the Manhattan. And then I'm going to go 2 ounces of the Sazerac rye. All right, so got that. If you find this locally, I highly recommend it. I'll probably do a video, a little review on it, give you some tasting notes on it. So we're going to swirl that up a little bit. I'm not going to shake it because I don't want to fracture the ice and put a bunch of ice crystals into the drink. So I'm just going to stir it up well. I'm also going to grab myself a lemon here because we're going to garnish with a nice piece of lemon. I'm going to get this bone-chillingly cold, so keep swirling that around. Get the bitters mixed in there really well. I'm going to dump my ice. Got a beautiful chilled glass now. Okay, that should be good enough. I'm just going to put the lid on here rather than straining it. Get every last bit out of there. Okay. All right, let's... As opposed to an old-fashioned where I took a really nice wide strip of an orange, I'm going to try to go a little bit more narrow because this is a little bit more like just a twist. So I'm going to obviously express that and get that around my rim. And then I'm going to also garnish cherries. And there you go. That is the classic recipe for a Manhattan. Now let's give it a try. That's delicious. It's the sweet vermouth takes a little bit of the edge off because it's really primarily a whiskey drink. So the sweet vermouth takes a little bit of the edge off, gives you a little sweetness. The bitters work in there. The lemon gives you that real citrusy burst that you want in a whiskey cocktail. Whenever you make cocktails, I always suggest using really, really fresh citrus. Yeah, it's really good. All right, so that's the classic Manhattan. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Make yourself one at home. Shoot me a comment on how you make your Manhattan. And I hope you'll think about subscribing to the channel. So everybody, take care out there. Good to see you again. Bye.